The world isn't a place of balance. It's a battlefield, drenched in chaos and contradiction. You're not here to find solace or comfort. You're here to endure, to survive the unrelenting storm that howls through every corner of existence. They say life is what you make of it, but they don't tell you about the nights when your hands tremble under the weight of your own mind. They don't prepare you for the darkness that sits quietly in the corners of your soul, whispering that maybe, just maybe, this fight isn't worth it. But you're not here to listen to whispers. Every scar you carry is a testament to the battles you've already won. The world loves to preach about light, but what they never tell you is that it's the shadows that define it. Without darkness, light is meaningless, just as victory tastes hollow without the bitterness of struggle. So embrace the chaos. Let it carve you into something the world cannot ignore. Pain is not your enemy. It's the mentor that sharpens your edges. Do you feel it? That ache in your chest, the weight pressing against your ribcage. It's not there to break you. It's there to remind you that you're alive. Living isn't about floating in blissful ignorance. It's about facing the relentless tide of life and refusing to drown. Each breath you take is a rebellion against the universe that's tried to crush you since the moment you were born. Every step forward is a declaration that you will not be erased. They will tell you to conform, to blend in, to silence the parts of yourself that don't fit into their neat little boxes. But you weren't made to fit. You were made to shatter. Break their expectations. Tear through their limits. Let them call you reckless. Let them call you mad. The world was never changed by those who stayed quiet and played by the rules. It was shaped by those who dared to scream into the void and demanded it scream back. And when the nights feel endless, when the shadows wrap around you like chains, remember this: the dawn is only a promise. It's not guaranteed. You have to fight for it. You have to claw your way through the dark to see the first sliver of light break the horizon. And even then, the light won't stay forever. The cycle will repeat. Darkness will return, but so will you. There's a beauty in the struggle, a kind of poetry that the comfortable will never understand. Those who have never been broken will never know the satisfaction of piecing themselves back together. They will never feel the power that comes from turning pain to purpose, from transforming wounds into wisdom. You are not fragile, you are forged. The world will test you. It will push and prod and tear at the seams of your soul, waiting for you to fall apart. But it doesn't know the fire that burns within you. It doesn't understand that you're not just surviving, you're becoming. Every failure is a lesson. Every loss is a step forward. And every moment of doubt is an opportunity to rise stronger than before. They will look at you and see a shadow of their own fears, a reflection of their unspoken regrets. Let them. You don't owe them your light. Keep it for yourself. Let it grow in the quiet corners of your heart until it's strong enough to blind them. You are not here to be understood. You are here to conquer your demons, your doubts, and the walls they've built around you. So stand up, even when your legs feel like they'll give out beneath you. Stand up, even when the weight of the world makes you want to collapse. Stand up, because this life is yours to take. It's yours to shape, and no one, not the world, not your past, not your pain, can take that from you. You are the architect of your destiny, and your story isn't over yet. And yet, despite it all, the heart continues to beat. Fragile, stubborn, relentless. It defies logic, screaming against the void that swallows everything else. What is this defiance, if not the purest form of madness? To fight a battle already lost, to climb a mountain only to tumble down the other side. But perhaps within that futility lies a purpose greater than reason itself. Each scar on your soul is a map, tracing paths you've survived but never chosen. They tell stories of betrayal, of love turned to ash, of dreams crumbled under the weight of reality. But scars, while ugly, are also proof that you lived. They are the evidence that you stood face to face with life's cruelty and said, "Do your worst." You see, the world doesn't care about your pain. It doesn't pause for your grief or acknowledge the quiet nights where your tears whispered secrets to the stars. No, the world keeps spinning, cold and indifferent, and that's its gift to you, because in that indifference there's freedom. You owe the world nothing, just as it owes you nothing. So, why not rewrite the rules? Tear down the expectations imposed on you by people who don't even understand the depth of your soul. Let their laughter echo like the wind. Let their judgment be the chains you shatter. Their opinions are prisons, but you hold the key. The darkest hours are where legends are born. Not in the comfort of daylight, but in the chaos of midnight. This is where you forge yourself anew, where the heat of adversity hardens you into something unbreakable. The fire will consume parts of you, yes, but what remains will be pure, indestructible. Don't seek validation from the masses. They applaud what they're told to admire, not what's real. Your truth is a blade, sharp, dangerous, and utterly your own. Wield it, not to harm others, but to carve your place in a world that would otherwise forget you. The universe is vast, cold, and filled with unspoken sorrow. But within its silence, there's a whisper that belongs to you alone. A call to rise, to rebel, to become more than what anyone, even yourself, ever imagined. The pain you've endured isn't a weight to be carried. It's a weapon to be wielded. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every moment where the darkness felt suffocating is a lesson written in blood and fire. You are not a victim of your suffering. You are the alchemist who turns that suffering into strength. People fear pain because they think it will break them. But here you stand, proof that pain doesn't destroy. It transforms. You are not the person you were yesterday, and you won't be the same tomorrow. Each passing day chisels away at the weak and the unnecessary, leaving behind something sharper, something raw and true. Remember, the world doesn't reward the timid. It doesn't care for those who beg for kindness or wait for permission. It bows to those who demand their place, who carve their path with unyielding resolve. You were not born to cower in the shadows. you were born to wield them. The nights you spent crying in silence. The mornings you dragged yourself forward despite the ache in your chest. Those moments matter. They are the bricks and mortar of the empire you are building within yourself. Empires are not built without sacrifice. They require grit, determination, and an unwavering belief in the vision only you can see. And yes, there will be those who try to tear you down. They will whisper doubts into your ears, mock your ambition, and celebrate your failures. Let them. Their voices are hollow, their judgments born of their own insecurities. They are shadows that will vanish when faced with the brilliance of your light. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. You are not here to meet their expectations or fit into their small, fragile worldviews. You are here to break the mold, to shatter the chains, to redefine what is possible. The road ahead won't be easy. It's not supposed to be. Ease is the breeding ground of mediocrity, and you are destined for more. Embrace the struggle, for it is the crucible in which greatness is forged. Let every obstacle become a stepping stone, every failure a lesson, every wound a badge of honor. There will be moments when the darkness feels unbearable, when the weight of your threatens to crush you. In those moments, remember this: you have faced the abyss before and emerged. The abyss is not your enemy, it is your mirror, reflecting the boundless strength within you. Do not fear solitude, for it is in solitude that you find clarity. The voices of the world can drone out your own, but in silence, your truth speaks the loudest. Listen to it. Trust it. It is your compass in a chaotic world. And when you finally reach the summit of your struggles, when you stand atop the mountain of your victories, don't look for applause. Instead, look inward. The only validation you will ever need is the quiet pride of knowing you fought, bled, and triumphed on your terms. This is your story, dark, raw, and unapologetically yours. Embrace it, live it, become it. The world has a peculiar way of testing those who dare to rise above its mediocrity. It throws storms at those who aim for the sky and sharpens its thorns for those who dare to walk an unbeaten path. But understand this: the scars you carry are not marks of weakness. They are emblems of your defiance. They tell a story not of defeat, but of survival. Every tear you've shed, every scream you've silenced, every time you've fallen to your knees and begged for the pain to end, those moments are not your shame. They are your foundation. It is in the breaking that you are rebuilt, in the suffering that you are sharpened. Each crack in your soul is an opening for the light of your resilience to shine through. Do not let the world convince you that you are small. You are not small. The universe itself courses through your veins. You carry the chaos of the stars, the ferocity of the oceans, and the quiet, unyielding strength of the mountains. You were born not to blend into the background, but to stand out, to leave your mark, to challenge the notion of what is possible. And yet, there will be days when the weight of it all feels unbearable. Days when you question whether it's worth it, whether the fight has any meaning. Let me tell you this: The meaning is in the struggle. The fight itself is the reward. To rise each day, battered but unbroken, is a testament to your unrelenting spirit. The people who watch you, who whisper behind your back, who judge you, they are merely spectators in the arena of your life. They don't understand the battles you fight, the demons you wrestle with, the fire you carry within. Their opinions are fleeting, like smoke dissipating in the wind. But you are eternal, your will, your drive, your purpose. They transcend the noise. There is no map for the road you walk. No guidebook, no instructions, no guarantees. You are the cartographer, drawing your path as you go. And yes, you will stumble. You will take wrong turns. You will make mistakes. But every misstep is a lesson, every failure a stepping stone. The only true failure is giving up. They say it's lonely at the top, but the truth is, it's lonely everywhere when you're chasing greatness. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will see the vision you carry in your heart. But that's okay. You don't need their understanding. You don't need their approval. The only validation you need is your own. When you feel like you can't take another step, remember this: you've been here before. You've faced the darkness, stared into the abyss, and emerged stronger every single time. This is not your end. It's another beginning. Another chapter in your story of resilience, of strength, of unwavering determination. And when the day comes, when you've reached the summit and look back at the path you've carved with your bare hands, you'll understand. You'll understand that the pain, the struggle, the loneliness, it was all worth it. Because you didn't just survive, you thrived. You didn't just endure, you conquered. This world belongs to those who dare, those who fight, those who refuse to settle. And you are one of them, a force to be reckoned with, a storm that cannot be contained. Embrace it. Become it. Let the fire in your soul burn brighter than ever. So stand tall, even when the weight of the world threatens to crush you. Let your pain become your power, your fear become your fuel. Remember, the fire inside you was never meant to be extinguished. It was meant to consume everything in its path. They will doubt you, they will try to break you, but they can never defeat what they cannot understand. You are not their creation. You are your own masterpiece. Rise, even when your legs tremble and your heart feels heavy. Let the echoes of your struggles become the anthem of your triumph. The shadows will try to claim you, but they will never own you. You are not here to survive. You are here to dominate. And in the end, when the dust settles, they will remember one thing: the unstoppable force that refused to be silenced.